Hello, this is Keith Hall, and welcome back. Today's tutorial is going to be in Power Query, and we're going to be talking about transpose function in Power Query. So on this screen, you see a data set on the left. Sometimes you get data formatted this way, where your metric basically is on the top column headers. Then you have your data down below. But the problem with this type of format is you need to create pivot tables from this. And in order to do that, we want to create like a wide format data set into what we call a long data set, like more vertical. So we have the metrics left, which are months in this case, and then our data associated with each one of the months. So in order to do this, we need to flip this data around. We could do that using transpose. So let's go to a new file. Where we go to data. In this case, I have a CSV file. Now, once this opens, it's going to bring us to the Power Query Navigator window. Then it shows a preview of the data that's within this CSV file, which is just one sheet. And it shows us this old format that we want to be able to transpose. So we come down to the bottom right here and click on Transport Data. And Power Query initially performs certain steps. What we want to do in this case, before we do the transpose, we want to get rid of these two steps to change data type and promoted headers. So now we got this original format. Now what we want to do is transpose. The purpose of transpose is basically take the values in our column in our rows, flip it to columns, and the values in the columns will be flipped over to the rows. So basically, this here area here is going to be the values in our rows. And then these values are going to be flipped over to our columns. So pay attention to this format, and let's see how it transposes this data. So we go up to transform, transpose, and see what it did here. It brought what used to be our months and were basically as columns, and we want to flip it to be in rows. So now what we could do is click on this area here, use first rows as headers. We can now rename to month. This is just a simple example of how you could do it. Now we could load this back into Excel. When rows in bold, and it creates the table that we want. And now we could easily create a pivot table for this. So that's the purpose, a short version of what transpose can do in Power Query, how it can take a certain type of long of your data set, bring it into a more Excel friendly data set that we could create pivot tables off of and analyze our data. So I want to thank you for stopping by today. You have a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel. And as always, please like and share this video. Thank you.